beautiful boyfriend. And as we are finished our dinner, we are having some ice cream. When we are waiting for the ice cream to melt down, my boyfriend get a telephone from his grandma. So grandma is more important. So my boyfriend now is talking with his grandma for a long time. During his talking, I have been put up his ice cream into the freezer and cleaned everything in the kitchen, and then still have nothing to do, and I still feel very full about the dinner. Then I feel like since my boyfriend now is not available, I can be my own now. So I open the door, as our doors are always locked and closed. Oh, I open the door while indoors is so stymy and so hot. But when I open the door, the free air outside attracted me. So I decided to go outside for a walk after dinner. Then now here I am. I am walking in the forest alone. This is the first time that I walked in this forest alone after I moved here. I think before I moved here, I tried to walk here alone when my boyfriend is still living with his parents, because his parents are very strict, don't allow him to get out. So I travel to a long way from city center to the suburban to meet him, want to give a surprise. I think I walked for 4 hours, and even take a bus you needed to take for 1 hour, and I walked for 4 hours, and then he said he can't meet me. So at that time I just walked in the forest alone. Now this is the first time that I walked here alone after I moved here. So it's exactly the second time that I walked here alone. This place is so clean, so quiet. I would feel very shy if there is some people appeared here. Mostly would be kids playing, cycling here, or some people walking their dog here. Now it's almost 8 p.m. I feel so refreshing. I have been working so hard all day long, talking about my part-time job and do my PhD report writing. All kinds of painstaking conference reviewers. And I just want to have a break. I don't want to walk all the time. Oh, what do you think that is? Is that a dog shit? Plugged here. I don't know. I don't think that dog shit can be that big. Maybe it is dog shit. Don't know. And I have seen that if you put a dog shit on the floor, you will find 900 pounds. That's a lot of money to fine you. So it's very strict here. Once you get caught, your dog found shit everywhere. And what I want to talk is oh, there's a dog. Hi. Oh, he's John Will.
Yeah.
John Will.
Sorry.
It's okay. When I was live stream talking about my dream about living among Chinese men and always feel that I am detached from them, I was talking that on the bus. So, and I think one of them is Chinese man. So he heard he heard what I'm talking about. So we took the same bus and took the same transport. I used to say hello, not say hello, just kind of nod to him, and he is nice to me too. But this time I tried to get closer to smile. Then he just very obnoxious to me. That makes me feel so scared. That is so familiar feeling that I have felt in China. That is a nightmare. That makes me so familiar feeling. Always I would think that this nice Chinese man being hostile to me means that I will dead in China. Because Chinese are mostly very, very bad people. And the women, they don't know what they want to care about you at all. And most men are bad. And only some men, they are kind. And Chinese women, if they want to help you, they just want something to return. And you have to sell your soul to them, or like you have to be gratitude to them. Very calculating. And Chinese men, most Chinese men are very bad people, very, very bad people. Either they don't know how to treat people well, or they are very low morality. And only a little bit Chinese men are very kind. They would help you out of kindness, and they wouldn't ask any return from you. So, just like this Chinese man on the bus that I always meet, and he heard what I live stream speaking ear of Chinese man, and now he don't want to talk with me anymore and feels so hostile to me when I try to nod to him. That makes me so scared. But it is an animal's instinct to be scared. It is habitual, the familiar feeling. But after a little bit reasonable thinking, detached from the animal instinct, I feel like, it is a different world now. I think if I was living in China, that if I was being hostile by such Chinese men, I would be dead because nobody would be nice to me anymore. But here is very different. I don't need to like I usually did in China. I don't need to talk gently and talk nicely, talk nicely and gently to them, very, very make them happy. So it's a new liberation from me that I realized. Yeah, when you move from a hell place to a heaven place, you can't immediately realize that you have been better off. But you need to relive those almost hell experience, but in a better environment. Then you would realize that, I don't need to be restricted anymore like that anymore. So today is a new liberation from me. I have no necessity to play like a gentle girl anymore. I feel so happy. and that is what I want to say. So miserable, right? And today I also get another accidental discovery. I find that Jason Huang, the CEO of NVIDIA, this Taiwanese man, his behavior, his gesture, all kinds of gesture, how he talks, how his body acts, when he is so similar to my uncle. My uncle is 40 years old, or almost 50 years old, so it's the similar age as Jason Huang. My uncle is in Chinese mainland, and their similarity makes me feel like, wow, looks so gangster. then I maybe man at that age of Chinese man is looks like a gangster, and so similar. So I just think that if my poor uncle would have an opportunity to go to America when he was a teenager, maybe he would win a love. Oh, maybe he would win the love of beautiful American girl, and and with his honesty, with his genuinity, because I know very well that my two youngest uncles are very genuine, unlike my eldest uncle. My eldest uncle is a Communist Party member. His soul is bought by devil. He is very good at lying and have all kinds of vices, but he can pretend he is a very good person. so I just think that my two youngest uncle, if he have a chance to go to America when he was from his teenager, he might earn the love of a beautiful American girl. And then when with Dell and then my two youngest uncles, they are very genuine to win love, and they are very smart too. I am very good at maths is because of the influence from these two uncles. When I was 7 or 8 years old in primary school, I always wanted to play. It is these two uncles after me don't play to just do calculation, just two figures multiplication. So I would write on the paper, don't use calculator to do it, but with my paper and pen to do the calculation. And it makes me feel very, very intoxicated by doing mechanical calculation, and that makes me very good at maths afterwards. And I'm sure that my uncle are better than me in this. So I think that with their genuinity, they could win love for an American girl, and with their smart and very good at maths, and their very genuinity and always more flexible than me, they can get a similar success as Nvidia's CEO Jason Huang, and so it is so pity that they live in China, get a so miserable life, and go to prison just because robbing less than 1 pound. So this is what I'm thinking about. As I am in UK now, I don't think I have so many strengths or advantage as my uncle, because I have many shortcomings. Like I am very, very self-centered. I'm not social, and so I don't think that I can be successful in industry. So if my uncle can go to America and do some and have a chance to do some to work here, I think they would become very, very successful people, and they can social, and they can be flexible, being nice to people, and yeah, I think they will have a very good future. Luckily, unfortunately, they live in China. They can only marry Chinese girls whose upbringing is worse than them. That is their fate. They are very genuine. I think in China, if you want to marry someone who has a better background than you have to be very good at lying, very good at pretending, and you have to lose a lot of genuine personalities, and just as then you can get them. Otherwise, if you are so genuine, you are honest, then you will lose a chance immediately. So it seems like being Chinese. If you don't lie, if you don't turn bad, then you would get nothing. And if you want to get something, you have to become bad person. And after you become better person, you can get so many, and those so many, and those so many, you realize it's not that things that you like at all. So it's like a completely evil circle. Whatever you do or not do, to be or not to be, to do or not to do, you will always lose in China. That is what I think. So I kind of feel very scared. Still think about that Chinese man on the bus. I think he's nice to me. Yeah, like the day before yesterday, when I was on the bus, I told the bus driver I'm going to John Cottage, and he said, "What?" And then what? And then said John Cottage, and what? Things like he was being angry with me. And then I asked the Chinese man who is behind me. He said it's John Cottages, so it's John. And then he said, "Oh, I understand." He immediately smiled, and then he said, "I thought it's John." I said, "John, it's not John. The name is drum. It's a big drum. It's a musical instrument." So I practiced my pronunciation a lot when I was on the bus. John. It's drum. It's not John. It's John is my friend's name. And then he kind of, that Chinese man kind of very nice to me. And then today, suddenly everything is changed. Now because I talked a bit, speak ear of Chinese man on the bus, and he heard what I said. Everything has changed. Never mind. I always get the benefit from Chinese men. They are very genuine, very helpful. Unlike a Chinese woman. Chinese woman, if you want to their help, they must have calculated everything for return from you. They shouldn't. Otherwise, they would have been poke face to you all the time. They play indifferent all the time. I didn't know that they have so many. I didn't know that they have so many branches to go. Every time that I went with my boyfriend, I can only went one way. I thought that I told him that I can walk this way. He said they are the same, or things like that. So when I walk with my boyfriend, I don't have any brain. Just follow his lead. And I really like the green trees. And when I walk here, there are so many greens here. Makes me and I can talk. No one heard me. I feel so happy. feel so happy. Except that the dog man, I think the man might have heard my voice from a long way, so he tried to avoid me. But his dog likes me. His dog come towards me, and his dog is very stubborn, tried to encounter me. But I didn't do anything to him, so he's kind of disappointed. I am very, very special, and I am changing my life uniquely with my own wisdom and my own realization. Every day is a chance to change, have new life change. I just remember those days when I was in China. I get numerous help from Chinese men, and the Chinese men are better easygoing than Chinese women. They would help you without any calculation. Not any calculation. You just respect them. Then they would treat you equally. Not like a Chinese man. Not like a Chinese woman. Chinese woman would calculate that you will have something to return them, and also they will. Although they will think that they are better than you. That's like treating you as a beggar. And then you as a beggar, you have to give something reward 10 times more than they have given you. They can calculate that. Even if they can't get it, they would take it as a slogan, talking everywhere that I have helped you this and that, this and this, to take every people to know that what they have done a little bit of favor to you, to make other people think she is a very, very good person. But it's not true. So Chinese women must want something in return. And Chinese men, they are not so good at talking, so kind of you can just ignore, just respect them as an equal, then everything would be okay. Now I'm losing even Chinese men now. I don't know whether I can get by. Oh, look at the bird flies so happily. I really like the water's sound. Do you listen? Have you listened to the water sound, the fall? It's not fall, it's water flowing now. So today I have talked about two things. One thing is my opinion. So one thing is that I have been so scary all my life that I have been trained to be nice to Chinese men to survive. Now it seems that everything has changed. I don't need that anymore. And the other thing is talking about the similarity of Jason Huang, the famous NVIDIA CEO, the similarity between Jason Huang with my miserable uncles. What a life! Life is a joke. No. Life is not a joke. Life played in a way unexpectedly. It can be dreams. It can be nightmares. It can be dreams come true. And it can even better than dreams. Even better than the best dreams. And also life can be nightmare, even worse than the evilest schemes on you. Usually, the worst scammer, the worst plan to harm you from your enemy is not so bad as your own, not so bad as your own negligence. Such like the Indian plane crash happened yesterday. I think it happened today. So many people died. The Boeing 787 plane is seems like a very safe plane because it never crashed before, but it happened today. So many people died. I think so many people died on this plane. Some of them may have very dead enemies. Even their dead enemies wouldn't wish that they would die from a plane crash like this, right? Wouldn't be so bad. So life played very unexpected ways. So I told my boyfriend that we just stay at home, never go to the poor countries like India, like other poor countries. I don't know why this could happen. Maybe like India, like China, maybe if they lack of money, so they can't afford the maintenance of the big planes. Or it is because the Boeing 787 they sold better planes, not so good quality planes to their developing countries, or they didn't get a full. Maybe they are too confident about the plan, so they feel safe. Maybe too confident and don't check everything. And I also heard about my favorite YouTuber talking about the news that are happening. Xi Jinping's bastard son having a relationship with Elon Musk, and talking about Washington Post released a news report telling that from 2022, American FBI or CIA they have been checking the people, the suspicious foreigner who visited Elon Musk, and my favorite YouTuber said that foreigner is Xi Jinping's bastard. So Washington Post reported this at this time, just wanted to warn Xi Jinping to compromise in the ongoing London negotiation. But today, this same YouTuber talked again, so that Xi Jinping is so bad, so miserable, that Trump is playing him, that make the London negotiation, he didn't back down, didn't try to, Xi Jinping didn't compromise on the rare earth mineral, and that is not what Trump really wants. But makes Xi Jinping thought that is Trump really wants. Things like it is something they can take a hold, have a play card with Trump, and then Xi Jinping didn't back down. So these two news coming together is contrary to each other, right? In just yesterday, this YouTuber said that they released the Elon Musk connecting with the Xi Jinping's bastard to threaten Xi Jinping to compromise. But now things like Xi Jinping didn't compromise at all, so it's useless at all. So they didn't make sense. Didn't make sense at all. So I think that why I was so fooled by this YouTuber talking this and that, always saying that Chinese are always thinking like everything. Every time they talk things like they are always win. They are not. They lack the objectivity. Not only the CCP, not only those people who for CCP, but also those people against the CCP. So things like Chinese, whatever they are against the CCP or they are for, they are support CCP. They are both very, very good liars. They are liars, national liars. But I think it's a little bit better to listen to my favorite YouTuber talking to explain things. Otherwise, if I just listen to BBC, they would just too subjective and have no in-depth analyzation. Although they have some people to talk, some in very long videos, but it seems they are not in-depth at all. Not smart people talking in BBC at all, so I'm not interested at all. Maybe it is my problem. I don't think they are beautiful, so I'm not interested at all. Or not beautiful, not only not beautiful, but also don't have any insightful after I listen to them for 1 or 2 minutes. Oh, he's completely practice my English listening, and nothing special that have catched my attention. So I would just don't listen to it anymore, and that is what I learned. And my English is very bad. I really should to improve my English a lot. And these days my boyfriend have been talking a lot with me, and so many talkings that I would ask him to clarify, and is a kind of more of a conversation, not like in the before in the past when my boyfriend talked with me, I would just smile, but I don't understand what he is talking about. When I said this to my mom would have said that I told my mom that my reading English is very good because I can read a lot, but my listening and speaking English is very bad. Then my mom knows that is because I didn't talk to people, and things ask me, and my mom asked me to each time that my boyfriend talks something that I don't understand, I should ask my boyfriend to explain it further. Otherwise, if my boyfriend don't help me, then other people wouldn't help me at all, let alone other people. And if my boyfriend help me, then I can help my boyfriend to talk in Chinese. So that's my mom gives me confidence. My mom always talking about something to give me, to make me have a standing in the world. If on myself, that if I talk with my boyfriend, I don't understand what he is talking about, I wouldn't dare to ask that you talk it again. Then no, I wouldn't do that. I would think that it is my problem. Then I would swallow it, and I wouldn't want to trouble others. But my mom knows that it is because I have been always been trying all my best to do all kinds of things. So I deserve everything that I need to improve myself. So although my mom is poor herself, I think she is giving all she can to support me. And so when she saw other people can support me to help me improve, she would think that other people also should go out of their way to help me. That is why I'm kind of very spoiled child, right? I'm very spoiled child because of my mom's selfish, because of my mom's selfless love. And but other people, do you think that other people should treat me like my mom treat me, with so selfish, and that I should ask other people to treat me like my mom, like what I did, and ask them to give me support? I kind of I dare not to think so on myself, because my education, my rubbish education, don't give me that. Give me that thinking. But I kind of realize that I need that, because when I live with my boyfriend, it is a mutual help, mutual support. If I don't say that what I need, then he would never know that I need this. And since he loves me, and when I tell them this really helps me, and he is very happy to know that this thing just explain it further and can help me a lot. And so I should say it. So I think my mom is right to ask me to ask my boyfriend to help me, or anyone who help me. Anyone that when I talked with my mom about any people who is good at something, then my mom would say that why don't you ask him to help you, to give you advice? Then I said that is very busy person. How I didn't pay them? How can I ask them to help me? Then my mom would say that you just smile to them, give me a help, and then they would be nice to them. Then they would speak some good words, and they would help you. Things like whatever my mom thinks, whatever I need, she would always try all she can to help me get what I want. And also she would try all he can to suggest me to get what I need. So that is my mom, very, very special in the world. I think I have seen so many people in the world who looks so powerful, or so rich, or so smart. But finally I realized in this world I can only get strength from my mom, from my mom's strength, physical strength, and from my mom's spiritual strength, all kinds of strengths. Although I always say that my mom is so stubborn, don't see the world, and always assumes things very, very wrong. He didn't see she just lived in the countryside. But I think sometimes many things, she really helps me and encourages me to get what I want in the world. Otherwise, I would just stymie myself and stopped growing, because I stopped to get the nutrients for me to grow up, to grow stronger. Only my mom would always suggest me to get the nutrients for me to grow. So it's very, very important. And since I have now get my independence, so I kind of begin to get all these good things that my mom has given me. And I think that the Communist Party education has ruined me a lot. And there are also some bad side of my mom tried to push me to get to comply with Communist Party education, to ask me to get the scholarship from Communist Party member. But I have to say that I lived in China for so many years. I never get a Chinese scholarship at all. And then I'm very lucky that I get a scholarship from UK. I'm so lucky. So life is so unexpectedly that they happened in a so unexpected way. It's not in the stereotype that you think that you think that you are. The thing that you are Chinese, you would get more support from Chinese. It's not at all. It's something that happens completely out of your logic. And also recently I have thinking that it's not only that the Chinese education is rubbish, maybe British education is rubbish in somehow too, because these days my boyfriend has been getting more stuff from his parents. Because he is living with me now, so his parents is moving many of his older stuff to our new house, and many of them are very, very good textbooks that my boyfriend wrote on the textbook about his ambitions and his ideas and his plans and his all kinds of designs of the society and design of the society of political ideas, and this is so good written notebooks that we saw it, and so good written. He didn't want me to read it at all. He just used scissors to cut it out, to cut out maybe the paper, maybe the textbook is 200 pages, and my boyfriend and the formal 50 pages is written fully by my boyfriend with his all kinds of designs, ideas of the society. Now he just used scissors to cut it and make it into garbage. So I said that I should take a picture of an young adult like you holding a very exquisite, a very expensive notebook that and using scissors to cut this written dreams, and then on one paper it says design of the society. And then ironically, and he is cutting it out. I think if I take a picture of this, I can I can get a Pulitzer I can get a Pulitzer award. My boyfriend said, he said, how can I get a so big award? That's too big. I think that and I said that it is very possible. It is very, very possible, because with this picture, it is showing that our education for teenagers and have been so wrong, and make teenagers to think things completely in a wrong way that is detached from the reality, and then makes like my boyfriend. When he was a teenager, he had so many big dreams, and is completely based on false ambitions that is lectured by his teachers, and that is inculcated by his education, by the textbooks, and by all kinds of poisonous books that he has read, like socialist, like Marxism, all kinds of people, all kinds of rubbish books that he can get into contact when he was a teenager, and now when he grown up, getting a permanent job, and he realized after he become a young adult and having a girlfriend like me, and or listens to so many life stories, and getting know about the society, and get ups and downs in life, and getting the the difficulties of get the difficulties long term to find a job and being fined from the job. And then he would realize those things that he got, and the base that he based in he got from his education from his primary school or high school is completely wrong, and those ambitions that his teachers have inspired him are completely wrong. All these things are built, and so that he although he is a very smart and industrial boy, and he is proactive. He is a very proactive thinker, and takes so many good designs of society, but it turns out all rubbish. And when he becomes an young adult and realizes these things are complete, feel like, oh, how foolish I was when I was a teenager. If only if I have spent if I have if I have spent my teenager years not on something that the teenager should do, like doing sports, like traveling to see the world, like playing, like enjoying ourselves, or even play video games, that is much better and more refreshing than just writing this completely rubbish designings of society. And then then when he read it one day, then he would well, he wouldn't feel so shamed because this is all kinds of foolish thoughts that he has tried to build when he was a teenager. It makes him so shame now. If only he just he didn't spend time on these rubbish thoughts, but on something what a genuine teenager should do, just playing, just talking about girls, just having fun and enjoying life. Then he would have very good memories now. But these things he tried to be so industrial turns out to be all rubbish and all shameful past. So that is what I think, that if I take a picture of a young adult cutting a very exquisite notebook, which is written by his teenager years, talking about designs of the society, and that I think I will get a Pulitzer Prize. Do you think so? Do you think that I can get a Pulitzer Prize? And this is the three things that I have been talking about in this video. I don't know whether there are more things. Oh, I think there are also other things that I have. I have been living with my boyfriend now, and living as a couple, living together almost 2 months. It feels like, wow. I am completely new in a relationship, and didn't know that a couple life can be so nice together. And recently, my boyfriend said a very, very heartwarming words to me. He said that when he said that there are some groups that try to teach teenagers how to get wealth, and how to get become more attractive, how to get women. And he said that these teachings, these groups are completely misleading. And he realized now that we are, as us being a couple, even if he becomes a little bit less become a little bit less beautiful and becomes a little bit ugly, or become poorer, and he believes that I would still love him. So that makes me, so these groups who targeted on teenagers tried to teach them how to become more beautiful or get more money is completely wrong. So that makes me very warm that he realized that my love to him is is based on we love each other not because of beautiful or money. So that makes me feels very, very happy. And I think that this thing that the group he criticized that targeted on teenagers to inculcate them to things like getting relation, but it's all about fan, and it's all about money and looking good looking is wrong. So I think that maybe he is a teenager who is fooled by such groups and try to, and I think so. I think that is my boyfriend's transformation. He is changing his ideas. That have been those so many better people, better adults try to give advice to teenagers to mislead them that relationship is all about good looking and money. And now he realized it's not at all. And I think it's very easy to think about why these people could do that. Well, these adults would mislead teenagers, because these are loser adults. They are loser adults themselves. Otherwise, if they get a good relation, they are happy themselves. They wouldn't have any interest to teach teenagers. I think a fulfilling marriage, fulfilling couple life, then would nurture your mind, and you would become better and better person, and you are encountering yourself, grown up, yourself development every day. So you wouldn't spare your precious time to teach teenagers that is completely irrelevant of their life at all. The teenagers have their own God, who protect them, and have their own fate, and they have their own encounterings, and they have their fortunes and or misfortune or treasures or misfortunes. That is completely out of anybody's control. So it is just those loser adults try to fool teenagers. And so this is the fourth story that I talked in the video is talking about those loser adults try to inculcate, try to poison teenagers' mind that relationship, telling them that relationship is all about good looking and money, and makes them very nervous to make themselves better looking and make themselves richer, or pretending to be richer. Yeah, that makes me feel very warm. I think my boyfriend, when always living with me, he can always judge me very fairly. I think I would be very miserable if I am a very humble women and a very honest women, and if the people would judge you as a very materialist women, that would be very miserable. And if you are in a relationship with such men, then you completely wrong, right? Luckily, my boyfriend is very out of bias in judging me that I'm not that kind of person. And Oh, so many things are happening now. Oh, I think we have, both of us have a lot to grow, have a lot to change. I'm going back home. My boyfriend said that it's too late to go outside alone. So I'll go back home now. So I'll go back home now.